Good morning, lovelies. I'm Dice, and I upload videos about Dragon Federation, which is a company that is bringing the experience of owning and raising a pet dragon. It's more than a pet simulator, it's more than an MMO, more than an RPG. Really doesn't fit a typical video game tagline. I want to give a shout out to King Empire Dragon on Discord for making a suggestion that I make some of these videos that have been on the plan, but I haven't made them. So today's video, I'm going to go over how I came across Dragon Federation myself as a customer. So in September of 2022, I went to FANX, which is, it's a pop culture, sort of like a Comic-Con convention held in Salt Lake City out in Utah. And they had a booth. They had a big monitor set up, Dragon Federation did, where they have this nice monitor set up where you could see the mountain skull taking off and landing. And then they had, it wasn't the finished egg, but it was one of their test eggs, one of their final versions of the test egg that they did. They had like 4 or 5 sitting out on a table. And then they had a little binder that had each of the dragon species they have planned, the first 5 species they have planned. And you could pre-order your species, but you couldn't pick your rarity. And so it was pitched to me that it was the most ambitious animal AI project of its time, that it's this sort of pet simulator, that it's going to feel like a real live animal. It's just going to be in AR and VR. And so I have a special needs child. I love my son to death. He's wonderful and amazing. So I have an itchy on my hand. But one of our areas that we struggle the most in is with friends. Having a social group. So, like I did as a child, I feel like kids, if they're able, if family can support it, then they should grow up with animals so long as they're not in a dangerous or abusive situation. So my son had a service dog that had died a few years ago, and him and his best friend, as far as I'm concerned, they were really, really close, and he really, really misses his pet. But my living situation has changed, and so now I live in an apartment, and having a pet, that's not an apartment-friendly situation. So I've been struggling to find a good, I don't want to say replacement, because nothing can replace that, but a good stand-in. And the way that this was pitched to me, I was like, wow, this is great. This sounds like something my son would do. And I love animals, so I was like, this sounds like something I would normally buy for myself. So I didn't purchase while at FANX, but the sale closed by Monday. So I actually made my purchase. I think it was like very late Sunday night. And then I joined the Discord community because that was the most active. Yeah, that was the most active way that the team communicated with the community. I liked them on Facebook, but I don't like to spend a lot of time on Facebook personally. And so since September of 2022, I became more and more active in the Discord community. At this point, I'm a moderator. I handle a lot of Dragon Federation's customer service questions. I'm very, very lucky that Samson puts up with me. And I hope to be an asset to Dragon Federation as much as possible. But I'm a customer too, so I get very excited about this project. I'm very passionate. I want to see it succeed and do well. And so that was how I came across Dragon Federation, was just a booth at FANX that sounded like a lot of fun. As I've learned about this project, I probably at this point wouldn't recommend other parents buy an egg for their kid. I think it was like 3 months after my purchase that I even realized that permadeath was going to be a thing in the experience. And, you know, obviously that can be very upsetting when you're spending hundreds of dollars on a product and it can die. And so I do have concerns about my son playing with this, but I made my purchase and I'm not going back on my purchase. I just don't know if I would recommend it to other parents at this point. There isn't like a child server yet. There isn't really any planning for kids, and I shouldn't say young. My son is almost 12. So it's just not something I would recommend at this time, although there are other members who have bought products for their kids as well. And so there are plans, last I checked, that something will be made for them. But this isn't a rated experience. Anytime it's a multiplayer experience, you can't control what other people are going to do. And so I always get very nervous for parents when they, you know, and this does sound like something that would be great for kids, but I wouldn't recommend it at this time. As I continue to follow Dragon Federation, I plan to upload a video that's like a before you buy video that is things that I as a customer would be concerned about before making a purchase, before you buy, like for parents, and I'll update and change those as this experience comes out. For those of you who maybe are seeing this video and haven't seen any of my other videos, Dragon Federation has not launched yet. It is an AR, VR experience of owning and raising a pet dragon. And so the mobile app has not been completed. It is in testing. The VR experience is currently being worked on. It is not in testing, so it's got a lot more work than the mobile app. The goal is that the VR experience will be multiplayer and sort of open world. So there's things that people want that's like breeding. We have members who want an arena because they want to do dragon fights. We have plenty of people who want to do exploration. So it's kind of gonna fit a lot of places and a lot of things. So today is November 19th, 2023. And tonight, Dragon Federation will be doing a Facebook Live on their Facebook. And so if you're interested to learn more, I want to invite you over to our Discord community. I am one of the moderators and I handle a lot of the tickets that come in. Please have a little patience with me. I try to get to them as quickly as possible, but I currently work 2 jobs. And so I can sometimes need a few hours before I catch a ticket. Yeah, so I'm excited for the Facebook Live. We have some announcements, some information coming out about the Black Friday sale that's coming up. Usually on these kinds of calls or events, the team kind of lets everybody know what the next big thing is for the project, and gives us some little like insider information. So I'm excited to see, because I don't have like an itinerary of what that meeting's going to be. But I recommend you come to the Facebook Live. It's at 5 p.m. Mountain Time today, Sunday, November 19th, in 2023. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day.